radio shows for purchase. If you decide to buy any of those shows, use the promo code
radio.
That's right. Use the promo
secret
code
word is
radio. If you do that, you'll save 70% on your order. Now, that's done at checkout. Make sure you put the promo code in, save 70%. Get some free classic radio shows at 100radioshows.com, at 100radioshows.com.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110. Guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jensen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby, 8:05 on a Monday. Let's go. Rainy Monday. Rainy. Rain. That's what we're getting. I don't know if it's going to be rainy all week, but boy, oh boy, I think we needed that. It was hot as hell all weekend long. This is the Lou Information Station live and on demand at louinfo.com. You can call in at 855-282-8255. You could also text into the show at 590-3770, 314-590-3770. We're also on YouTube at Lou Info on YouTube. Click it. I'm waving to you right now. This is the Jay Randolph Jr. Studios, and me and Matt Rocchio were actually laughing. If you guys are on YouTube, you should see this picture. Matt, you gotta just show the good people. This is Jay Randolph Jr. right here, baby. Look at him. He loves those feet. He loves those feet. Look at that. He loves it. Sweetheart, you're one of the best I've ever worked with. He loves those feet, baby. Oh, man, Cam Jansen, Grant Salzman, Matt Rocchio, and Jimmy the Cat Hayes live from Colorado. Jimmy, what's up, baby?
I want to see the picture. There we go.
Look at it. Darling, you're one of the best I've ever worked with.
Oh, my goodness.
It's my boy.
Didn't have that much of a southern drawl to it, but I like how you're adding that.
I know.
I get he played golf in South Carolina, but come on,
Yeah.
now.
He lived in Sullivan.
I don't think he was running that much of a southern drawl, was he, Cat?
It sounds better.
No, not really.
Darling? I don't think he was ever a darling guy.
No. Yeah, he said darling all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, even Dave Green put up a sign that said, "Hey, darling," and that was directly from
I feel
him.
like he was the last person I ever heard say toots out in the wild.
And toots, too. He'd call girls toots.
Have you heard somebody pull off a toots?
Oh, no,
Since
man.
Jay Randolph Jr.
He
Jim
can
Hayes.
do. He's the last of his kind with that, man. Jimmy, what up?
Yeah, it's not going well. right?
we weren't even going to talk about the Cardinals. We were going to
man.
pretend they didn't even exist.
I mean, you know.
Well, I guess you could do the same with City, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Although
We'll
we
get to that.
got some active audio there. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. They'll call it out a little bit. Good for them.
Well, we're here in Colorado, and the Rockies aren't very good. They're going to have McGreevy start tonight. Hopefully that works out. But they need a win. I mean, this is supposedly the time where they're going to decide if they're buying or selling. And right now, you're probably selling. But we'll see how this series goes.
Am I crazy to think that, like, obviously the sweep was bad, everything looked ugly, but like if they win 2 out of 3 against the Rockies, and then I know right now it seems like it's an insane feat, but if they were to win 3 out of 4 against the Padres, is all of a sudden some of this in the rearview mirror?
Yes. I mean, let's be honest. Like, when you're coming off the All-Star break and you don't have baseball for a while, and then your team is back, and even if you're one of the hopeful Cardinal fans, and then you have that kind of outing, you have that kind of series, it tends to be worse than it is. But let's be honest, this is the time where they're going to have to make decisions about, who stays, who goes, what they're going to do. And they're not showing a lot of life. So maybe that will impact it. But who knows? They could sweep here and then get home and look good against San Diego. Maybe that changes. I still think win or lose, a lot of the moves that they're going to make are going to be made win, lose, or draw.
Well, they got to get pitching. The pitching has not been good, eh, Grant? I mean, you've done 5. Every time I go on YouTube, I see your face talking Cardinals baseball, pregame, postgame. I mean, you're on there all day long. What's your take, baby?
About the pitching, I think, Cam, the pitching's going to get worse. I think they're going to sell pitching no matter what. I think certain guys like Helsley and Maton should probably be on the move, even if you do find yourself in contention. I just don't think Helsley's worth 2 more months here when you can get pieces back. Even if you're a game and a half, 2 games out of wild card,
they shouldn't go for it, even if they're right there.
I don't think so. I'm not saying you can't in return get any MLB ready guys, but I think what you'll get back from Helsley isn't worth. Basically, at that point, is a 2-month rental because you're not re-signing them after the season ends, and I don't think you really think you can win the World Series this year, even if you get in.
Is there also?
I hate that kind of view. By the way, if you get in, right? If you get in, then you go for it. Okay, it's either you're in or you're out. That doesn't mean any team that gets. But to me, either you're in or you're out. If you go in, don't go in saying, "Well, we'll get into the playoffs and we don't have a chance to win," because we've seen the Cardinals and other teams, the teams that clearly on paper aren't the best, dominate in the postseason. So get in and see what you can do. But I agree, there's moves they have to make. They have to balance between trying to get something in return for the long term while also being ready to go if they're in a position to get in the playoffs, where right now they're on the outside looking in, and it's a long look.
I mean,
Jim, I understand you get in the tournament, anything can happen, but this pitching staff, and I know people would have said the same thing at this point of the season in 2006, but it would be that anomalous, if not more so, because Chris Carpenter is a better late season stopper than Sonny Gray has been in his career, and you had that weapon.
You're missing my point, Rock. You're missing my point. I'm saying right now they look dead in the water. So now, obviously, that changes. What if they go on a winning streak? And we've seen the pitching staff. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying if you have – right now they're not getting in the playoffs. If you're on the cusp and things change and you can make a deal, you look at it differently. Right now, they are not good at all, and they're not going anywhere.
No, and my point is simply I don't care if they win. I don't care if they sweep the Rockies and the Padres. The pitching's not good enough for them to win a series in the playoffs. Or
Lance Lynn pitched great Saturday.
To win multiple series in the playoffs is what I should say. I think it's completely fair to say we do not have a roster built to compete at that high level. Even if we can sneak into the 3rd wild card, we don't have a roster built to compete there.
I'm not talking about the Cardinals this year. I've said it every year. If you honestly think you're in the playoffs, right? Regardless, you go for it. I'm not saying that's the case this year. I'm not arguing about this year's team in particular. You understand? There's a difference. I'm not saying they're getting in this year. It doesn't look like they will.
Well, no, I was just arguing against the idea that you can't have the thought process because you were saying that Grant's having of if your roster isn't good enough to win it all, don't try to make the playoffs. And
yeah, I'm against that.
And my point is, I think with this year's Cardinals team, I think it's fairly applicable. And like I know you disagree with it all in a general term, like you shouldn't blanket term, but I think we can agree that there are certain rosters you can pinpoint and say that's probably not one that by all the rules of how this works, you're going to be able to win enough with that one. So you probably shouldn't push to make the playoffs with this roster. I agree with you. Don't paint with a wide brush, but I do think it's at this point reasonable to make that point about this team, this Cardinals team with this roster.
Yeah, right now, if you ask me if they're getting, I agree with that. Right now, they're not getting in. But generally speaking, if you have a chance to get in, right, then you try to get in and bolster your team so you are better to make a run because you're not guaranteed opportunities every year. So you seize the one when you can. That's all I'm saying.
I think my point of view is it's kind of obvious. Even if, let's say, they sweep the Rockies, win 3 or 4 against the Padres, and Rocks, dream scenario here, and that probably puts them a game and a half, 2 games back or so. I still don't think even in that scenario they're going to go all out and buy, which, like, obviously as a fan, if you're right in it, I would love if they go out and add a starting pitcher and get a stud. But that's just not where the Cardinals are right now. So I'm at the point where maybe try to do what the Tigers did last year. Trade guys, but don't just blow it all up.
Are there many starting pitchers out there?
That's what they're going to do. They're going to
I think so too.
They're going to buy and sell.
I've said
that on this show. And, I mean, I don't want to get, misconstrued what I'm saying. They're going to buy and sell. And keep in mind, you have one president of baseball ops leaving, another one coming in. So, obviously, there's dual goals at stake here. And I think that's how the Cardinals are going to operate.
I think if they buy, it'll be a soft buy, kind of like what they did with Lester and Quintana, which Quintana obviously really worked out, but like low pieces being traded for other low pieces.
Is there any starting pitcher out there that you have your eyes on that maybe would be available for a trade?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
Then
not that they can afford.
Yeah.
I'm not on the whole former Cardinal bag that everyone else is on with those guys.
What do you mean?
Everyone wants to trade for Alcantara and Gallon. I don't see the point.
They're still too expensive.
I don't see either of them happening. I don't see the point in either.
Why are they getting old? Those two?
Gallon's a weird one. I have no idea how to read his career because he's having a down year this year, but last time he had a down year in his career, he came out and almost won the Cy Young, and then he had another down year after that, and he came out the next year and he got even closer winning a Cy Young, and now he's having a down year. So is he just one of those guys who just can't string two together, but he still has obviously the talent? I'm not sure. It seemed like a weird risk to play, but at the same time, he's also a pitcher who's about to hit 30, which conceivably means he's right in his prime. So maybe this is the time he strings together 2 or 3 of those years consecutively. I don't know. I just think it's too risky for that to be the one where it's like, that's how you get your 1B with Sonny Gray. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I like Alcantara. I know he's had injury issues, but that guy's stuff is filthy.
Yeah, I'd like that a lot more, but it would obviously take a lot more, I think.
I do feel like there's blame going around. Ali kind of taking a beating a little bit. What's your take on how Ali's been handling everything?
Ali's been handling fine. People are stupid.
Okay. Okie dokie.
No, hold on. Who's blaming Ali? They've been blaming Ali.
Yeah.
Look at the roster. I mean, first off, the manager should take all the blame because it's his team. But the roster it's not great, and they don't have enough pitching. And I don't know if you put that on Ali. But right now, they're a team that's overmatched against teams that they shouldn't be.
I'll say this: I've been pro Ali with you. I think my thoughts align with yours, Jim, a lot about Ali. But back-to-back seasons, getting swept out of the All-Star break, looking not really even putting up a fight. I'm not saying it's Ali's fault, but this is one of those things that falls squarely on the manager. When you come out, I know it's 3, 4, 5 days off for the players, and you come out and look just very lethargic for 3 games in a row. I don't know where the blame actually is, but it's one of those things. It falls on him in this situation, I think.
Well, what?
Your team's not ready to play. I think it's back-to-back seasons now where you just looked lethargic and pretty bad out of the break. that first series. I mean, they weren't even competitive in one game out of the series.
And you think that's the baseball manager's fault?
I think so. I'm not saying it's totally his fault, but I think if you're looking to put blame somewhere for this series in particular,
I think that's your problem.
You can put that on Marmol.
I think
you know what, Grant? I don't totally disagree with you, because you always put it on the manager. It's his team, and the team looked like they had no life. So yeah, look, the way the roster is constructed, it's been a rough go for Ollie. He didn't put this roster together. Yeah. But if you're going to assess blame for that sweep, and who do you put it on? I mean, look, the Diamondbacks have talent. They hadn't showed it this year. They got hot. But I agree with you in some sense. Who gets it in that? Well, he's the manager.
I sure hope I can get excited about the St. Louis Cardinals in 2027. Mozo can't leave fast enough.
Why can't you get excited about 2026 then?
I don't know. I was thinking the same damn thing. You're skipping a year.
McGreevy's going to come up this week. He should be in the rotation to start next year. All things, hunky dory. Quinn Matthews, maybe
Liam,
maybe June next year. Liam after maybe Liam in September of next year. I mean, a lot of reasons to be excited about 2026. I think
JJ.
Yeah, when's JJ coming? Yeah, with Cowboy.
According to Keith Law, he's a future superstar. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things I think to get excited about going forward. It's just you kind of had to make it through what was going to be a down year, and I think the big thing is that, for me, is I just want to see that there's a plan. And the Cardinals knew it was going to be a down year with attendance. They knew it was probably going to be a down year win wise, and they're obviously playing over their head in that factor, but they're not freaking out. And
attendance. Did you see how packed it was over the weekend?
Well, for the Banana Bowl, yeah, obviously, but the Cardinals knew that they were going to lose 1 million fans this year. So I mean, I believe that there is a plan, and the trade deadline over the next couple of weeks it'll be interesting to watch exactly how that plan's being implemented.
You know what I think is fascinating is they pushed back Libby, who got hammered in his last start, and they're skipping his turn in the rotation. McGreevy will go tonight against former Cardinal Gomber, who they've hit a little bit. So that's good. So McGreevy comes up to start tonight, and they're going to – because right now, Liberatore, I think, has shown flashes that he's a legitimate starter for your team going forward. Yeah. And he's already over 100 innings, which is beyond his career high in innings pitched. So they're going to give him a big rest, which tells you, okay, we're looking ahead as opposed to right now too, right?
Am I crazy, Kat? Because also I was looking at these the other day, and I was kind of surprised they pulled the trigger this early on Libby, because he does I think maybe 3 years ago. I know it's 3 years ago, and that's why he does 3 years ago have 130 innings combined across two levels. And so I'm surprised they're pulling the trigger this early, but considering we're now looking at career innings, by mid-August, Andre Palante will also be in a spot where he's hitting his career high in innings. And in fact, by then, I think he'll be like 15 or 20 over. Do you think we then see later on a skip of another start down the line for some of these young pitchers because of the career innings limit and those things?
Yeah, I think so. And I think there's a big difference between MLB innings and minor league innings. I think there's a lot more stress this year for guys like Liberatore and Palante. And I do think if they continue on the trend, what are they, 2 games over 500 now? It's kind of a waste of what they had done back in May when they were playing so well, that they're kind of falling back to really a bad level. I think we're going to see a lot of different guys unless they suddenly get hot. And again, if they get hot and suddenly, sweep San Diego and sweep Colorado, I'm not saying that changes the whole dynamic. I'm just saying I think that'll change how they go about some of the starts, some of the innings, and how they divide that up.
By the way, can you hear is this annoying to anybody? Is this annoying anybody?
I mean,
no.
Can you hear it? Okay, I'm just asking.
You point it out and then do it a bunch.
Well, I didn't want to, because I can always change. But anyway, Sonny Gray needs a waive his no trade. He isn't going to win here before his contract runs out after 2026. Waive it, Sonny, please, Danny boy.
See, this is
let him have it.
The people who want to trade Sonny Gray is crazy to me. Like I get you want to get value for anybody you can, but to your point, his contract isn't crazy, and he runs right in line to a season you expect to compete next year in 2026 when you need when you're going to need a 1A or a 1B, however you want to qualify Sonny Gray's level of pitcher. I don't understand people who want to trade him, considering
You need
his
more of
contract
him.
and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have pitching and you have a guy who can pitch, even though his contract's backloaded, so it gets a little crazy. Yeah, you want to hang on to Sonny and build around him if you can.
You can't run out 3 out of 5 of your rotation out there as subpar arms and expect to win. JoJo.
It's fair.
Kat, do not compare this team with the 2011 or 2006 team. There is no chance this pitching staff sucks ass.
I didn't. I thought I went back and tried to clarify.
You didn't.
But I'll do it again. I didn't. I said generally speaking, I'm the guy that says go in if you have a shot. And then I pointed out that this team right now doesn't look like they have a shot. So I'm not comparing the two. And then I stopped and went back and tried to break it down for the people that don't understand, like Rocchio.
Well, to be fair, I mean, this team might win more games than the 2006 team did.
What'd they win? What'd they squeak in with?
Didn't they only win 83?
What did Vegas say about the Cardinals? 79 wins at the beginning of the year?
I think so. The Cardinals will win more than 83 this year, hopefully. They won 83 last year, didn't they?
I mean, they were certainly on pace for
right on pace.
They were on pace for it at the deadline or at the
They got hot at the right time, and this team right now is the opposite of hot.
Yes,
some would say
which would be what, cold? Lukewarm?
No,
freezing.
Ugly. Not even
freezing, freezing cold. It's not on Ollie. It's a players like Nato, Willie, and Donnie for not pushing.
Donnie?
That was weird. That was a weird swipe.
Who said Donnie? I like that. I agree.
Donnie.
That was me.
That was Grant.
I was exasperated by that.
I was hoping Jordan Walker was going to hit a home run. Came pretty close.
He had a good game.
He had a double in one of the games.
You know?
Yeah, come on. I mean, his swing doesn't look like it's a lot better. I mean, let's be honest about it. He's had some bad at-bats. I'm hoping that he gets it because that guy can be a monster. He's just not there. Just not there.
Yeah, it's tough. All those who blame downtown and the crime as a reason for downed attendance have a tough argument after seeing the Bananas turnout this weekend.
Oh.
I think just turn on the news and you'll see crime left and right. I mean, don't get me wrong, but that was crazy. 2 nights sold out. Man, oh man, that place was jam-packed. My nieces went to it.
My kid went and he sent me a video, and there's it was a zoo there.
Oh.
That was like the hottest ticket in town.
Mhm.
Lance pitched in the game. Wayno pitched.
Yeah.
Izzy pitched.
Yep.
So, I think the way they do it is fun. And I read some people saying that it's bad for baseball, or it's not. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters in basketball.
Yeah.
It's celebrating a specific sport and doing it in an entertaining fashion. So it's good. It's a good thing. It's not everyday Major League Baseball, but it's fun.
Yeah, I got to apologize because I used to chirp them. I didn't know exactly what it was. And then you read about it and you see them and you watch clips. You're like, these guys are entertaining as hell.
Can we examine that for a moment?
What?
Why were you tripping them out of the gate then?
Well, because it just looked goofy. Everything was goofy.
Different.
It was
Anything
it still
different
looks
we don't
goofy.
like.
Yeah, but now I understand the goofiness.
So you're scared of things that you don't understand?
Until I understand it.
Okay.
Did I say I was scared? I was chirping
There's
it.
John Smith Jansen over here.
I mean, when you look at these guys are on stilts, I go, what the hell is this nonsense?
There's one.
I mean, how can you not think that way off the bat?
Let's not denigrate the sanctity of banana ball. There's one.
Guy's got no-
there's one
guy's got-
guy on.
he's on stilts running
There's
around.
only one guy on stilts.
I
Have
mean,
some
just
respect
one.
for
Just
this game.
one guy on
Good
stilts.
Lord.
And then you see it now. You hear people talking about it, and it's unbelievably entertaining. And it's different from the Globetrotters because they actually compete against each other.
The Bananas can lose.
The Bananas can lose,
Yeah,
baby.
there's no Washington Generals team.
I like that. It's interesting.
Wait a minute. The Washington Generals won a game.
They
All right?
did.
Let's set the record straight.
They did that.
Did they really?
They won one time, I believe. Yeah.
And no one knew that they were going to win? Were people disappointed? Or was it just like a surprise?
Who knows? It probably happened like on a Thursday night in Fresno. Who knows?
You know what? No.
But it did
Let's
happen once.
let's Google. Let's
What is
Google what. Let's Google
How
the
did they
Washington
lose?
Generals record. The Washington Generals are. Let me see here.
1 in 1,000?
They are. I'm trying to find this here.
It's all good.
Okay, hold on a second. In 1971, they had what it was their first ever and was sometimes repeated as the team stole victory, but they actually have won 3 times. 1954, 1958, and 1971. The 1971 is the most talked about one, as they were playing as the New Jersey Reds. They won 100-99 on January 5th, 1971 in Martin, Tennessee, ending their 2,495 game losing
Wow! God damn!
Klotz credits the overtime win to a guard named Eddie Mahar, who was team captain. Harlem's captain, Curly Neal, did not play in this game. Well, of course, that's why they lost the game. Curly Neal was a monster.
Oh, good old Curly.
While the Globetrotters were entertaining the crowd that day, they lost track of the game and the score, found themselves down by 12 points with 2 minutes left to go, forced to play normal basketball. The Globetrotters rallied but could not recover. This is incredible.
That's funny, man.
Meadowlark Lemon missed a game-winning shot, potentially for the Globetrotters. The timekeeper tried to stop the clock but could not. When the final buzzer sounded, the crowd was dumbfounded and disappointed. Klaus described the fans' reaction. They looked as if we had just killed Santa Claus. There were children crying in the stands after the loss. The Reds celebrated by dousing themselves with orange pop instead of champagne. Meadowlark Lemon was furious, saying, "You lost. I didn't lose," but still visited the opposing team's locker room to congratulate the Reds. That's insanity.
That's crazy. I like that.
That sounds like when they still tried a little bit.
Yeah,
it sounds like
So they're messing around and they're like, wait a minute, we're losing by 12.
I gotta wonder if that was all scripted.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like it's a work.
It's gotta be scripted.
Hey, Cam, by the way, Curly Neal was a great.
Yes.
You kind of dissed Curly Neal. Do you not know who he is?
Oh, hell nah.
All right, Curly. It was Meadowlark and Curly Neal that carried that team for a long time. Entertained a lot of. You love entertainment. Let's not diss Curly.
I didn't diss. It's a good old curl. It's a curly name back in the day.
Say what you will about Banana Ball, but it's nowhere near Harlem Globetrotters, because Harlem Globetrotters were in both Futurama and Scooby Doo. So cultural touchstones.
So we looked up to see what these guys from the Savannah Bananas make, and I think Rock, would you say between 35,000 and
I wasn't.
This was me. This is also
50,000.
This is also just an article, so not 100% that's what they actually make. It could be more now.
Well, they keep selling out like that, man. They're gonna have to renegotiate.
Hey, did you see the jerseys they were wearing? I think it was Saturday night. On the back, it said, "Pay us what you owe us."
Nicely done, Jimmy. Nicely done.
Oh, I knew that. I was waiting. I was waiting, Jimmy boy. That was good.
You didn't think we were.
I was waiting for that. You're
I
right.
didn't see the intersection.
Oh, that's great.
Jim had his blinker on. I didn't even see the intersection.
We're gonna get into that, dude, Jimmy. Get him in, by the way, 314-590-3770, or you could just chime in on YouTube, which I'm looking at right now. Let's see here. Yeah, he's going to make $35 million next year. I'm guessing that's.
Yeah, I'm aware the money goes up, but if you're going to get a 1A stopper starting pitcher in Major League Baseball, you're not paying much less than $30 million anyhow. And so we've talked about now in the past couple off seasons. Are the Cardinals losing the ability to attract high-level talent free agents who want to go to bigger markets? Well, then having a guy who has that level of talent, who, again, it's not a great deal, but he's locked into a deal that he signed and is now ballooning, sure. But I just don't know if you're going to get many pitchers who are better than Sonny Gray into this roster over the next couple off seasons. That's all I'm saying.
Or if he doesn't want to go, which he doesn't, and then you have to find teams interested in paying that amount of money for Sonny Gray, where you're probably going to have to eat part of it. Probably not a likely scenario.
Yeah, and then as always, if it's a public thing, you lose leverage.
Absolutely.
Cam would be one of the Nana's cheerleaders with his nice dad bod.
What?
Will you get on with yourself, boy? Look at that.
That's hurtful.
Dad bod.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How's
throw you around?
How's the tummy doing?
Tummy ain't good.
That might be.
Tummy ain't good.
That might be why they're calling it a dad bod.
Oh, yeah.
That might be. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It ain't. I drink too much beer. It's a bottom line. Bottom line.
That might be
God,
why
I
they're
like
calling
beer.
you on the dad bod.
I'm a beer drinking son bitch.
But that's the dad bod.
Do I have to do this every time you say that?
I know, but like that's the thing. Dad bods are guys who were. You can make your pick stance. I didn't know this about you.
Does dad bods do
I
that?
had no idea.
Dad bods do that?
Jim, were you
I
aware?
have to take my shirt off.
Jim, were you aware that Cam can make his pec stance?
He knows. Dun, dun, dun,
No, I
dun,
didn't
dun,
know
dun,
that,
dun, dun, dun.
but the sight on the live stream of Cam flexing is sort of embarrassing.
You think?
Cam, you're flexing for the live stream. Don't do that. You're better than that.
Well,
I
here we
mean,
go.
you know, just because you can't do it, don't chirp me for doing it, baby. I ain't got no dad bod. Although my gut is a little heavy. I'll give you that. I'm working on it. Let's see here. You guys don't think Donovan is a leader on this team? That's why I put Donnie in there. He's a leader. He needs to push. He's talking
That's
to you.
fair. I guess so.
He's talking to you, baby.
I want to make a comment about one of these, about the downtown people who complain about the crime. That's why they don't want to go downtown. I think those are some of the strangest people. You park, you walk to the stadium, you walk back to your car. You don't have to spend time downtown.
Depends on how much money you got. You want to spend money for parking, a lot of parking, or are you going to park a little farther away because it's a lot cheaper? Then you get jammed.
No, even the parking a little farther away is still within a half mile of the stadium. Like, it's not a crazy walk.
Half mile.
Hey, Grant.
Screw that.
Hey, Grant.
You're out of your
Grant.
mind.
Yes.
Our own Brendan Schaefer got shot with paintball pellets.
Dear Lord.
Did you see that video?
I did not.
Oh, my God.
How did you not see that? You
Oh,
were working with him
my
in
God.
I guess he was too embarrassed.
Your host,
my
your host
God.
was gunned down.
Gunned down, and you took no interest, and he's still alive.
It was a paintball.
It was
Wow.
You would have been freaked
How
out.
dare you limit
I
his
would've been.
trauma?
You would
I'm
have been
sorry.
freaked out.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, man.
I still think it's weird.
And there's also break-ins. Look,
I know,
I'm not
but
saying, listen, no, hear me out. I'm not one of those guys say you can't go into the city. I go in every game. Of course, I park behind a gated, behind gated fences and stuff.
under Busch Stadium.
But I get it that people don't want to, because that happens a lot. There's like a rash of break-ins. The city needs to do better. But is that the reason why attendance is down? Absolutely not.
No.
It can be two things, but that certainly is a concern, but not the reason for anything.
I get that. Okay, you guys want to go to break and regroup? We'll talk a little city next. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Oh, yeah, real quick, by the way. Who was I thinking of? Somebody got their house broken into on All-Star break for somebody on...
one of the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Cattell Marte.
Yeah, Marte.
God, is that happening a lot with pro athletes?
A run. A lot of
remember who else?
NFL athletes had a lot of bad runs with that.
Joe
Burrow's house was getting
how
broken
scary
all
is
over
that?
the place.
And Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, I believe they did.
That's not like random break-ins. That's organized.
There it is.
They found the guy.
Yeah.
The guy got arrested for the NFL break-ins. He's on trial.
And they were playing. They were playing a game. They knew they were playing a game. They creeped in there. That was scary. And they're living in huge gated communities, I feel like. You knew exactly what to do. You probably had a drone scoping out that house for weeks, and then all of a sudden, that's scary. And you're rolling the dice that they don't have somebody in there. Even if they're gone, you have a nanny or something.
Burrow had a girl stand there.
She probably got freaked.
And she was freaked out.
Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like that's happening a lot. I think
He
there's like
had
a
a friend
about it.
He had a friend like house sitting for him.
It makes sense if you're a career criminal, advanced criminal, and you're scoping places out, not just opening car doors. You're like, okay, I know for a fact some of these wealthy guys are gone because they're pro athletes. You scope their house out, when their nanny's leaving and coming in. Like, yeah, man, that happens. Scary.
A bad person, because I'm just imagining like the wet bandits right now. Scoping
The wet bandits. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Is that bad? That was the
no.
image I had in my head?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Just waiting, and they see a little kid, and they're like, well, maybe they are home.
Cutting the phone line.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
You gotta have a little smarts to do it successfully and make a career of that too.
Yeah. Can't just kick the door down. So that's what makes it even scarier. Okay, we're going to go to break. We're going to regroup. We will be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons.
To the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
Ozzie Smith ready for the flip, and we're ready to start the season. Here we go. This is Cardinal Hall of Famer Ozzie Smith, and I'm flipping with excitement over the giveaway on Thursday, July 24th. That night, 20,000 fans 16 and older will take home the first ever legendary backflip bobblehead, featuring me, courtesy of Phillips 66. Don't miss the flipping awesome giveaway. We can't wait to see you on Thursday, July 24th. Secure your tickets and learn more at cardinals.com/promotions.
Hats off to family fun on Sunday, July 27th, when the Birds host the Padres. That day, 20,000 fans, 16 and older, will get a City Connect throw pad courtesy of Quick Trip. And thanks to Haichu, 10,000 kids ages 15 and under will take home a Cardinals hat with custom charms. Upgrade your and your kiddos' game gear. Snag your tickets today at cardinals.com/promotion.
This is Alec Burleson, St. Louis Cardinals, for the Lou.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A man died Saturday at the St. Louis City Justice Center after being placed in a restraint chair following a fight inside a cell with another detainee. 31-year-old Samuel Hayes Jr. was found unresponsive and taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. The medical examiner's office will determine Hayes' cause of death. 5 people, including 3 teens, were hurt in what police say was a rolling gun battle Thursday evening in the Tower Grove South neighborhood. Police said the group is uncooperative, but the investigation is continuing. Missouri farmers are keeping an eye on 2 diseases impacting corn and soybean crops. Red crown rot could cause big losses in the soybean industry. There's no cure for that. It's a fungus that moves through the soil. Corn stunt disease is carried by corn leafhoppers who inject bacteria into the corn. Both crops are important to Missouri's economy. Dangerously hot conditions continue today with the heat index up to 110. The extreme heat warning continues through Wednesday. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Showers and thunderstorms hanging around today. Mix of sunshine and clouds, hot and humid. We're in the low 90s, and today's heat index about 105. For the overnight hours, the rain will taper off, a few clouds and mid-70s, and then we get sunny, hot, and humid weather again on Tuesday, mid-90s on the high. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice-cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
The future of driving is here, and it's electric. Introducing the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, where luxury meets cutting-edge performance. And now, at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 2.99% financing for 72 months. Efficiency, power, and style, all in one extraordinary SUV. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or online at audikirkwood.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Yeah, baby, 8:41 on a Monday. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming at you. Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Cam Jansen, Grant Salzman, Matthew Rocchio doing our thing in Kirkwood. This is the J. Randolph Jr. Studios, and just looking at more pictures of him and everywhere around here, and just puts a smile on my face. That man was absolutely hilarious. And well, now he's remembered with the studio that we're in right now. Get him in, by the way. 855-282-8255. You can call in. You can text in at 314-590-3770. And we're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. Lou Info. Just Lou Info on YouTube. Click it. Boom, boom, boom. Wave. Say hey to everybody. We're doing our thing. Matt Rocchio, there's drama with the Cardinals, drama with this, there's drama with that, but there's also drama with City. What's going on with this City team, Matthew Rocchio? My God.
They're bad.
Oh,
but more so than they're not bad. They don't appear to be giving all of their effort, and that's not me saying that. Woo! At this point. That's the sporting director of the team who's saying that. Grant, go ahead and play the first of the Lutz clip where Lutz calls out the team.
And I repeat that what happened last week was a very similar team. And then again, they excuse we have so many players out. Yeah, we have many players out, but these players who did very well last week, they definitely have the quality to put another performance on yesterday against the Australian team, and it was not the case. So David, we had a good training week. The coach is working hard. So I really need to put a full protection there over the coaching staff. There's nothing they could have done better. There could have been no better preparation. I also have to say ownership puts a lot of effort in that the players have everything what they need. They are sometimes even too spoiled, in my opinion. And then you're getting as a return, you're getting a performance like that. It just, it just annoys me, as you can hear. So it's accountability. It's easy as a player to be upset when you're walking in the changing room and you're sitting in there like a little mouse and feel sorry for yourself. But go out there and fight. And if you lose and you fight, it's okay. You can't win every game. But just lying down and do nothing and just really, basically give up too early, that's not what we're here for. The only player for me who had a reasonable game was Roman Bürki. Everybody else on the field can do much better than that, was below par. And that's the just a very simple and truthful summary of that game yesterday in Texas.
And that was Lutz Pfannenstiel joining Tom Ackerman, Sports on a Sunday morning on KMOX. He does that weekly, right around 11:15 every Sunday, and usually does not have that exact tone. He's usually pretty strident when they're coming off a loss. But comments we have not really heard from Lutz at this point.
Like a little mouse in the corner feeling sorry for yourself. Is that what I heard?
Yes, that's what you heard.
Oh, doggy.
Can I, Rock? You're the guy that breaks down the soccer, not me. So I will defer to you on this, but I would recommend a change in culture. Okay, first off, let's not call anyone a sporting director. Okay, let's call him a general manager or what a sporting director. Here's the other thing: if I hear someone in my organization refer to the locker room or the dressing room as the changing room, they're out. You got to set a better culture. Quick changes. Change the language and change the culture.
And you'll start winning games. Is that how it goes, Rock?
I think changing things that in no way, shape, or form actually matter probably aren't going to do anything. But that's a personal opinion of mine.
Can I just say something when it comes to effort in sports? When somebody's not giving effort in hockey because you'll stick out like a sore thumb. You ain't going in the corner. You're going to olay it in the corner and not take a hit. Oh, yeah, it's noticeable. Soccer, I'm sure the same thing. You're not running for the ball. You're doing this. You're standing still, blah, blah, blah. You could tell. But when you say they're not coming out with effort in baseball, what are you noticing in baseball, the lack of effort? I'm looking at
me. Let me
go ahead.
This.
Yeah, you go.
So with baseball, guy doesn't run out a ball now. If a guy's got a hamstring issue, we saw that with Yachty and Albert. Sometimes it's hard to judge, but when a baseball team doesn't hit, it always looks like they're not trying. And sometimes that's not really it. But you can see when guys don't chase the ball in the gap or don't run out of, what could have been an infield hit. That's obvious. But I always say for baseball, if you're a team that's going through an offensive slump and no one's hitting, it always looks like you don't care. But that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah. Cam, you're the only one in this room who, has really been through it. Playing, obviously, professional hockey. If your GM, owner, whoever, someone, a head honcho in the front office came on and talked on a show like this, how do you think the dressing room would react? Even if it was deserved, even if you knew, like,
it's embarrassing. And we're all looking at each other like, what the hell is that? We better pick it up. He just dragged our ass through the mud. So you better do something.
So
no. I'm mad at the team. You're mad at yourself. Yeah, man.
So when I ask the player tomorrow, your thoughts on Lutz calling you all quiet mouses who showed no effort?
I'm curious to see what they say.
I'm curious to see what the response is going to be.
Yeah, but it's on them, dude. That guy doesn't do it often, does he? Does he call him out that often? Just like Doug Armstrong, when he calls you out, oh boy, you think they're like, "How dare you, Doug?"
He's used, like, he said in another clip that we had that he was embarrassed by the game. He said something to that level before, but he's never. And in that clip, he also talked about, let's just
want to play it?
Yeah, because he made some comments also about people's contracts.
It looks. I mean, I'll tell you, Tom. I feel so sorry for the people who traveled there and out of their own money and had to watch that, because it just was literally, it was a disgrace after the first goal. There was no energy, there was no fight, and it's simply not good enough. We have a huge number of players who are on options. I think they should be smart enough to know that they're playing for their contracts, they're playing for their future. But the way we performed yesterday, I think that was a clear sign that if players don't want to be here, we need to change. And I thought it will be a busy July transfer window again, where we do our needs and we're getting players in who will make us better. But for the January, looking ahead, I think the players need to understand. This is it's professional sports. We're here to win. We're not here to stand around and jog around and don't put the work rate in and don't sprint. As I said, I don't want to rave even more. It just was not good enough, and there will be some hard conversations this week.
Damn, dude, I don't
He's
remember
never done that before.
I've never. I mean, when was the last time a GM or a sporting manager or whatever you call him,
sporting
director, really called their team out like that? Like that was a long clip, and it was all negative. And he's talking contracts and cutting people and doing lazy and can't believe the fans are spending money. Whoa. When was the last time that happened? Has Mo done that recently? I mean, Army has in a way where he said you got to jam him to the eye and kill him. Like, there's ways that Army does it. Army called out.
Well, it was the independent contractors.
Independent contractors.
Army do that after the season, though. In season,
yeah,
when there's games coming up, that's a different thing.
And literally, the transfer window opens on the 24th. So So he says that 4 days before the time when he can sell players. And he did say that probably not a lot of moves in the summer. We're going to try to get better in the summer. But then he talked about it. He goes, there's a lot of guys who have option years next year, and those are all club options, not player options. And so they control these players' future. And he said it right there. He goes, it doesn't look like the way they played last night, like these guys want to play here.
They need to start a brawl next game. Let them know that they're emotional, baby. They need to do something. Like, what can you do? Like, you got to run your ass off. You got to run your ass off.
Run your ass off.
Yeah.
In soccer, after incidental contact, you fall down like you got hit by a sniper's bullet. That's how you show energy.
Draw that penalty, baby.
Oh, man.
Do you think, too, it's a little different? Because, like, Lutz, had a storied professional soccer career, played at the top level. Yeah. Like, he was a goalie.
He was the definition of a journeyman. But he was the first person to ever play for a professional team on all 6 continents.
Oh my God.
So he was good. He had a long career, but he was never like the top player.
But what I'm saying with this is, do you think it's different in the locker room from a guy that's been there? He's played professional soccer for 15 years or so. Whereas if Moselak said it, you could get
Army never played.
Also, exactly. No, but I'm saying they don't say these things because maybe they never played. It could get a different response from the players.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if you've been in the game like Army has, and you've won in Dallas, and you've been doing this for a long, long time, no one's looking at Army like, what am I listening to you for? You didn't play.
There is also a factor too, though.
A new coach is a different animal with that.
Lutz has also talked about it as well. 2 of the biggest names in the locker room, João Klaus and Edward Leuven. He's known them since they were children. He's known them since they were like 12 or 13 years old, and he's literally been around them for the majority of their entire growth, from being 12 or 13 years old to now being 26, 25, 28 years old, however old they each are. And so there's also a factor of, like, 2 of the biggest leaders on that locker room have known this guy for their entire professional lives. And I have to wonder how Lutz saying this is going through the prism of Leuven and Klaus, considering while they might not be two of the most vocal leaders on the team, they are two of the leaders on the team.
So what? So their next practice, Rock, like okay, now he's.
Whoa, hey, oh! Training, Cam, please. It's called training.
Okay, well, are they getting bagged the next day? Like, are they running?
I don't think so. I wonder. I wonder sometimes if pro teams think about if that's how they're going to motivate some of these athletes. Like doing that with high school and college makes sense. But like, I just wonder,
have some pro NHL.
I know it does, but you also have seen it's changed over years where coaches say they can't get away with the same stuff they got away with when you were playing.
Can I ask you a question, Rock?
So I don't know.
Do these guys have other jobs lined up? Like, can they jump if their contract's not renewed? Are they guaranteed to be playing professional soccer somewhere? Because here's the difference. To me, anyone who can stop your paycheck from arriving has clout, whether they played the game or not.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, and that's interesting you bring that up too, because there's people, because people see that reaction from Lutz and they want to be like these players are quitting on purpose, and it's like a lot of these guys. Like I understand what Lutz is saying. Like I like him calling out the effort. I usually defer to the actual people inside the organization to call out effort. I try to not be the person who makes that call. But when he calls it out, it kind of all bets are off. But it is interesting to me, like these guys have to play for their future of their careers as well. Like these guys can't lollygag
That's what I'm saying.
And so like these
somebody pick me up.
Yes, they can't just lollygag and expect to be picked up. And so like I mean a good example is like Jake Nerwinski played really great for City last year. And there's some people who are saying, well, like that's a guy who should be on the team this year. He's still a free agent. Like he didn't get picked up by anybody else. And so that's professional sports.
And you're going to see more effort because these guys want to continue playing professional sports.
Yes, exactly. They want that money. Did you see anybody on the Cardinals the past couple games being lazy, Grant? Like what Pittsburgh, what's his name, Cruz did, where the ball went behind him, he just sat on his ass, didn't even get up. In one play, remember he did that twice in a row.
Yeah,
have you seen any of the Cardinals show anything like that as far as not effort being thrown away at all?
I don't think
in the outfield or anywhere.
No, I don't think it's
just curious.
Effort issue. I think there's a difference between not the effort and a lethargic performance. It just looked like they weren't ready to play baseball. I wasn't saying, I don't think that they were like, I'm a little tired. I was just on vacation.
Yeah,
Someone else. I'm not really going to be locked into this at bat. It's just something that, and I can't, I'm not in the locker room. I don't know what it is, but it was a very lethargic weekend, and I don't think it was really an effort issue. It's just I can't explain why they were so lethargic and slow starting.
It's just tough with baseball. It's like you can't just try harder in baseball.
No.
You got to be. It's all mental. I can go out there and skate my ass off, block shots with your face, go fight a guy, hit guys, do this. Soccer, you can control your effort and your emotion on the field. Baseball, you kind of have to chill out and breathe and see the ball. Go ahead.
And you know what doesn't help? It doesn help when you're down 4 or 5 to nothing after 2 or 3 time and time again.
Yeah.
I asked Ollie about that. I said the mental side of that. And he said, if you're a major league hitter, that shouldn't enter the equation. But I think it does mentally.
100%.
All of a sudden you're down 5-0 again. Like, I don't know. It doesn't help. That's for sure.
No, it's a downer. It's like getting your goalie getting lit up. If come this time next year, the Cardinals are not competitive, could you see them potentially try to trade Sonny Gray at that point?
I think they would listen to everything, but it's up to – he has a no-trade clause, so it's up to him.
This time next year, if the Cardinals aren't competitive, there's a lot of red flags. I think it's fair to say that there's a lot of red flags if they're not competitive this time next year. That means a lot of young pitchers are not pitching the way you expected. A lot of young hitters aren't hitting the way you expected. Veteran hitters who you'd hope would be good for the next 3 or 4 years on their big contract aren't hit. Like there'd have to be a lot of red flags.
Who's been the most consistent all year? Is it Mason Wynn?
No, Donnie.
Donnie.
Well,
Burley had a down point, but his numbers are really good. I think those guys are probably your most consistent. And then there's been young guys out of the bullpen who have looked good and aren't big names, like O'Brien, like JoJo has looked good. There are pieces, but just certainly not enough to string together a lot of wins.
Joe Buck had some very honest hot takes last week about how hopeless the Cardinals team is. This team was playing above their skis early on, and that's what they really are. Hot garbage. Wombat.
You play over your skis. You don't play above them.
You hear that, Wombat? You hear that? Do you think Joe's right on that?
We literally, that's the exact conversation we had in the opening segment of the show.
Okay. So he's right. All right. Just asking. No big deal. Let's see here. Stand up for yourself, Rock. Don't let Jim talk down to you like he did with Seth. Seth.
I just asked Rock a question.
My bad. Sorry. I should have reacted more.
No.
Cam, you have to go to break in 7 seconds.
What? Okay. We will be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
That was too quick. You needed a little bit longer.
You said 3. Okay. Go ahead.
Let's talk about your health insurance. There are a lot of reasons why people need affordable health insurance. But here's the bottom line. Health insurance that can cover all your health insurance needs in case you get sick or have an emergency, plus cover vision, dental, and more. And there are no long-term commitments. You can keep your plan as long as it's affordable and for the price of a cup of coffee. We're not talking about one of those fancy coffees. For the price of a regular cup of coffee a day, you can have quality, affordable health insurance. Call the Health Insurance Hotline for a free quote.
800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. That's 800-373-8414. All aboard!
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane, and you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak, and there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States.
All aboard!
Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today.
800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. That's 800-428-9517.
The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News, I'm John Summers. The number of people missing after catastrophic flooding in central Texas has dropped to 3. According to officials in Kerr County, many initially listed among the roughly 100 missing are found and confirmed safe. At its height, the list of people believed to be missing numbered over 160. Meanwhile, at least 135 were killed in the flooding. The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, accused former Obama administration officials of treason, saying they withheld intelligence on Russian interference in the 2016 election. In an interview with Fox News Sunday Morning Futures, Gabbard says it was part of an effort to harm President Trump.
They decided that they would do everything possible to try to undermine his ability to do what voters tasked President Trump to do.
The Director of National Intelligence declassified documents Friday as evidence the Obama administration manufactured and politicized intelligence to lay the groundwork for the FBI probe into Russia's election interference. The city where Brian Koberger was convicted of murdering 4 Idaho college students is launching a website to release documents from the case.
Koberger will be sentenced next week after pleading guilty to the 2022 murders in the city of Moscow. The move comes after an Idaho judge lifted a gag order that banned local authorities from releasing information about the high-profile case. Koberger accepted a plea deal to avoid the death penalty by admitting guilt to charges of burglary and first-degree murder in the killings of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Kaylee Gonzalez, and Madison Mogan. I'm Lisa Carton.
Memorials displayed outside the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Training Center, where 3 deputies were killed in an explosion Friday while handling undetonated explosives from a Santa Monica apartment. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say: "We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great, and even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. So visit strongtel.com right now. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. StrongTel.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen.
So what's his handle?
GetBC.com.
You're gonna need lawyers, right?
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get: a full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel, a delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here, and when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number:
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jensen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby, 905 in Kirkwood, Missouri. Jay Randolph Jr. Studios. Lou Information Station live and on demand at louinfo.com. You can call in 855-282-8255. You could text in at 314-590-3770. And then we're live on YouTube, by the way. Lou Info on YouTube. Click it and wave. I'm waving to you right now. Say hey to us. It's Cam Jansen, Matthew Rocchio, Grant Salzman, Jimmy the Cat Hayes live from Colorado doing his thing. And Jimmy, what do you think is going to happen with this new CBA negotiation with the WNBA? Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. What's going to happen, Jimmy?
Okay, so in my opinion, you should get more money, okay? But to wear T-shirts that say, pay us what you owe us, this is a league that has lost money for years. Now it's trending in a better direction. The franchises are gaining value. I think life is better for the players now. They get charters and everything. There is a Caitlin Clark effect. So they should get more money. But let's not go overboard and act like, that it's totally unfair. This is a league that was struggling for years to become profitable. They were carried by the NBA, and now things are in an uptick, and I do think the players should get some of that. But to talk about profit sharing, there have been no profits, right? Revenue sharing means that they're getting revenue that isn't enough to meet all the bills. So you're not really owed anything. But now that things are better for the league, I always want to see the players get their fair share. But I don't think it's like a long time coming and, owners have been totally unfair. They should get more, but maybe not what they're looking for. But let's be honest, the league is in an upswing right now. They probably shouldn't mess with that.
What are they looking for exactly, Grant?
Well, I think if I saw correctly, the NBA, what they can get paid is about 50% of the total revenue. I think the WNBA is at 9% right now. And with the CBA, I believe is up at the end of the year. Yeah. They've just gotten some investments. I think they're valued about $2.2 billion.
It's the big thing is the TV deal is actually is going to mean that they are projected to be $50 million profitable at least next year. The league upwards of $100 million profit is what they're projecting with the new TV deal.
So what I think people get wrong, misconstrued when you see women's athletes and WNBA athletes in particular ask for more money. They think they're expecting to get paid. People think, they want to get paid like NBA players, the same amount of dollars, which is wrong. They're not asking for, they know that that's not possible right now.
Do they know that?
I think so.
Okay. Because sometimes I feel like
the
they don't
players know that. Yes. What they want is the equal share to what the NBA gets.
Okay,
so the NBA
fair.
gets 50% of their revenue.
Hold on,
the WNBA wants
45%.
45%.
Hold on, but think about this. If you're an owner, right, and now you're making money, now it's profitable. That's the projections anyway. But you don't know how long it's sustained. You're probably not going to give the bigger share of the pie that the NBA players get because they've had a long stretch of being profitable, right? You probably want to be careful. Again, I think the players should get a bigger piece, but I don't know if it's on par with what the NBA players are getting because the NBA has a pattern of profitability for years, right? Now, what happens with the WNBA? Caitlin Clark gets hurt, or maybe this is a fad, the uptick in popularity. You also want to look after your long-term interests and don't want to lock in on a contract that will end up being a negative for you. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a middle ground like there are in so many things, but I don't think you're on a direct parallel with the NBA based on their track record versus the WNBA. Yes, players should get more, but I don't know if it's on the same course.
Yeah, I think though what we've seen the last few years is that it looks like it could be sustainable because it starts with the women's college game, and that's more popular than ever with a lot of star players staying for 4 years. So you build a connection with them, and then you want to watch them in the WNBA. I think that's helped them a lot. But also, if they don't get what they want, I think we're probably going to see a strike or a holdout of some
And that
sort.
ain't good for them.
And it's
right
not
when
good.
they start rocking
it's not
and
good
rolling.
for anything. So I think that I don't know what the final number will be, but I definitely think we'll see an uptick in the percentage.
And then I guess Kelsey Plum, like they had the All-Star game and they're wearing their shirts, and she always has to have a dig at Caitlin Clark for some reason. Like
she
you guys
hates
at the point where you guys need to be together more than anything, right? Negotiating this new CBA deal. Whatnot.
Why do they hate Caitlin Clark so much?
It's so obvious. I don't know. Girls are mean. You know.
That's the reason.
Girls are mean. Are they not? They're not mean to each other?
Didn't see it
Hell yeah,
coming.
they are.
Sorry, I just didn't see that.
Girls
coming.
are mean to each other. It is what it is. You know. I don't know, but
First of all, they're women. They're women. They're not girls.
There you go, Cam.
And secondly, I saw that clip, and
We
it was
have the
like,
clip.
why would they take a shot at Caitlin where they need unity? Like it seemed like that was pure hatred.
You want to listen to it? Go ahead, play it.
That was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise. But the T-shirt, just United Front was determined this morning that we had a meeting for, and not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just we had a very that really needed to be mentioned. I'm trying to make a situation light, okay? But yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and I thought that it was a very powerful moment and got the point across. And sometimes you don't have to say anything.
I don't understand what the point of it was.
They wore the shirts. Team Clark did. Everyone was united in the shirts.
But they weren't in the meeting, and she had to let everybody know.
Well, she didn't say that. She said they weren't very involved, which makes me think that they were like people were in the meeting, and then they were like they didn't talk very much in the meeting, and she was like trying to take shot. Like it was seem pointless and petty.
And tell me, you guys may know better than me. I'm certainly not an expert in that in WNBA. But a lot of the uptick is because of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
And I just don't know why there's so much animosity toward her. Why? Anyone?
Well, because she gets a ton of attention. She's making more money than everybody else, and she whines and complains a lot, too. She falls down. She bitches at the ref. The other day, she looks at the ref and says, "I'm calling the league on you." Like, what? She's too loud, and they're probably just, I don't know.
Her butt kicked
I know.
Every highlight clip I see, they body the heck out of her. Like every night she's playing the old Pistons, the old bad boys. They're beating the stuffing out of her.
But isn't this pretty common with best players in leagues? You think Michael Jordan was loved? No. Is LeBron James ever loved? No. Was Tom Brady ever loved? No. When you're the best player, a superstar, you're normally not loved by the rest of the league or the fans from around the other teams of the leagues.
Those guys, LeBron and Jordan, were also, as Cam pointed out, labeled as whiners and criers, and
So was Brady.
Same thing. Yeah, but to be honest, if I'm a WNBA player, I'm thinking to myself, "Thank you, Caitlin, because now we're on charter flights." Like I
agree
hate her for that.
I know. I would hate her on the court, but then once you have to negotiate a big contract, like you need her. Quit separating yourself from her. I don't know. It's really weird, man. It really, really is.
It is one of the greatest. Let's kill our golden goose that I've ever seen. Like I can't think of a better example of a sport trying to eat its most productive person like this. It's odd.
I don't think they did that to Gretter when he was dominating. Gretzky was dominating.
Maybe
no one even said. I think he got hit one time, and the guy that hit Gretzky in the 80s never played another game again.
I think there might be a factor that right now there are arguably 2 or 3 players who are better in the WNBA than Caitlin Clark, but she gets all the accolades and everyone already wants to call her the best player in the league. But right now, Asia Wilson and St. Louis's own Nafisa Collier are having much better seasons than her. And I think there might be a little bit of an issue where, like, the thing with like Jordan and LeBron is like they did come in and were immediately a top 5 player, and she is borderline a top 5 player. But I think she's the only one that people talk about, but there are other people winning MVPs, and they're like, why? I think there might be where some of the animosity lies.
I think people all think that Caitlin Clark's the best player in the league.
That's my point.
The fans do, but
she's not. But she's not very good. But she's been injured this year, and last year. And Asia Wilson is tearing the league apart. Nafisa Collier is an absolute monster. I think she just put up a record in their All-Star game for points. And I like shouting her out because she's St. Louis made. And I think there might be a factor of that.
Then why is Caitlin getting so much attention? And what is different from her game than Asia Wilson?
Oh, because nobody else shoots logo threes.
Okay.
Hold on. So if you're the commissioner of the WNBA, do you put out an edict that fans can no longer root for their favorite player? That Caitlin Clark can't be? Listen, fans choose who they want. Caitlin Clark was when she was in college, they were crazy fans for her as well. So fans can root for whoever they want. That doesn't mean the rest of the league should hate her.
And I'm not saying I agree with that. I think I'm just trying to figure out. No one's been like come out and said, well, she's not the best player in the league, but everyone acts like she is, and that's why we don't like her. But I have to think that's a factor.
You know who they need to pay out before anybody? Brittany Hicks.
All-star?
She's an all-star. Four-time all-star.
Yeah.
Four-time all-star.
Yeah, I guess some people didn't appreciate that joke.
Oh, man, that was funny. Everybody's like, yay!
That was a great joke.
That was really good. Really, really, really good. Let's see here. Get them in, by the way, 590-3770. Yeah, this should be interesting to see what goes down. Trump wants to bring back Redskins and Indians. What do you guys think of that?
Let it go.
Yeah.
Jesus, what a waste of time.
Listen, you could agree with some of the stuff he does, and you can hate some of the stuff he does. But I do think some of the stuff he does just to troll people.
I agree.
Let that go. You're going to bring back Alcatraz. Like, come on. Like, it's the Gulf of America. He does. We're gonna make Canada a state. Like, there's some things he does that I agree with, and then there's stuff where I'm like, dude, stop.
What I get confused about with the Indians and Redskins is like, well,
I'm getting offended
about
Cameron.
Is that people who aren't fans of the teams act like it's like the end of the world that those teams change. If you were a Washington Redskins fan or a Cleveland Indians fan, I think maybe you have the right to be a little upset if your team
If
changed.
you were there, get damn right, I'd be upset.
But now, or you could be like, I don't care, which I don't think a lot of them care. It's still, your team's still going out there. You're a team of the Washington football team, basically. I mean whatever their team is doesn't really matter.
God, I love Washington football.
That was
team.
awesome.
You did.
That was so funny.
The logo was
funny. You thought it was funny.
The logo.
Okay.
No.
You liked it.
The logo was
the
clean.
W was clean.
The
W was clean.
Get out
The
of
logo
here.
was clean.
Jimmy.
The jerseys were clean. The merch actually looked fantastic.
Come on.
It worked.
But what I'm saying is there's a bunch of fake outrage from the other 29. If you're from St. Louis and you're that upset about it,
calm
and you're
down.
a Cardinals fan, like, it doesn't affect you at all.
But if they changed the Cardinals name, you'd be like, whoa.
Yes.
Or
but-
Blues because
yeah.
something of something. You're like, what? Now they're the Reds? I don't know. You'd
But
be like,
it-
God dang.
Rock, why do you wish you were from Europe?
Jimmy, you might
because I hate air conditioning and love universal health care. You got any other ringers for me there, Higgs?
You also must hate soap and enjoy BO.
No, I would never live in France.
Yeah. You wouldn't?
No, God, no.
Southern France?
By
the Alps?
I'll be in Monaco, maybe.
You had money?
No, I'm not. You want me that close to Swiss people? Absolutely not.
Why? Because they're dangerous?
I don't trust them.
I'd go. I'd live there.
Sitting there in their sitting there in their mountain fortresses. I don't trust them.
Beautiful mountain fortresses.
I've seen enough Scooby-Doo.
They just keep to themselves.
It's two Scooby-Doo references.
You know, they just keep to themselves.
I don't trust
You
them.
got Italy right there.
Where's all their gold coming from?
Man,
I don't like it.
okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay.
He also probably wears a thong to the beach like a 50-year-old European man.
That is an odd thing. I don't like that, Matt Rocchio. I don't. I
have fantastic glutes. I have fantastic glutes.
If you do that, you better post it. If you do that, you better post it.
I got a great butt.
If you do that, you better post it. I want to see it. Now I'm curious.
I got a great butt.
You keep bragging about your butt. Now I want to see it.
I got a great butt.
It is what it is. Oh, yeah. What are we talking about? Good God. Oh, did you see the construction halted on the Titans' new stadium? Did you see that, Jimmy?
I did not see this.
You see that?
There was a noose found.
Yeah.
Correct?
Oh, Jesus.
There was a what?
A noose. Remember Bubba Wallace?
Yeah. That's crazy.
With he usually just had to pull things down and then blew up and blah, blah, blah. So people are like freaking out. Like, we don't accept hate around here. Like, what actually happened?
I don't know.
A noose? Like somebody just put it up like, hey, take this, everybody. I don't know.
That stadium's going to be nice.
Should be. Damn right.
If it ever gets done.
How about the Bills' new stadium? Looks pretty good, too.
Except it's in a
so
dome.
high.
I don't like the roof. You're
the
playing
Bills
in
have a
Buffalo.
roof. You sure it's a roof?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Aren't they putting a roof on that new Bills stadium?
I don't think so.
I know the Browns are on their new stadium, which is dumb, too.
I don't think so.
Football's an outdoor sport.
I agree. Although I don't like watching football live. Don't like it.
What?
Don't like it at all. It's not fun to watch live, man. I'll chill and watch a baseball game live. Hockey, God, yeah. But football, I want to be at
college
home.
football?
No, I want to be at home.
Oh, college football's the best live.
I know.
I get the NFL because there's no atmosphere, but like
Grant,
college football's the best live.
Cam, where'd you go to college?
Wait,
no, I mean if he goes.
Yeah, but
I know he doesn't.
If I went to college, I would love to go.
I meant
no
now,
doubt. But now I'm not going.
You have to have. There's got to be that connection.
True.
Thank you.
True.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Grant, did you say the NFL games have no atmosphere?
Less atmosphere than a college football game.
Depends where you're going.
I agree.
I mean, come on. I covered Eagles football. I mean,
yes, I mean there's extremes. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that the best atmosphere is normally at at a big college game or better.
I think I had some bad time. I went to the Giants when I was playing in Jersey. I went and saw Giants, their old stadium, I believe, with my buddies. I was so effing miserable. It was so cold. You couldn't dress warm enough. A guy in front of me literally puked in his frozen beer, and he had puke like a snow cone on his beer in front of me. I go, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
That's fantastic.
That's atmosphere.
Oh, Jimmy. Yeah.
Grant, I believe you're wrong about
Is
it.
the Bills not doing? I
yeah.
thought
I saw the construction of it.
That was the first.
I've been looking at. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been looking at on Google and trying to. No. This is the Bills' new stadium. Is
it a retractable roof?
No, that's it's.
Okay,
that's what.
Look how high up it is, dude.
Okay.
Somebody took a picture of it. They're up the highest
Yeah,
part. It's
that's what
really
it's supposed to look
scary.
like.
Maybe I saw that it's going to at least protect the fans from snow.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's
yeah.
a lot of overhang for a lot of the seating.
So a lot of the elements will be taken out of play. It shouldn't be too windy.
For the fans,
it shouldn't
they'll be taken out of play.
Well, I mean, even on the field.
No, it's still going to be pretty.
That lake
You think
effect
the wind,
snow, baby.
I'm saying the wind with that roof will still.
I ain't going.
You never know with because some of those stadiums they're built because they keep the sound and everything in purposefully, and sometimes you get weird wind vacuums as well. Where I'm blanking on the stadium that gets Seattle is like that, where they get crazy sound.
But they're
and
not
wind
covered
issues.
at the top.
No, they're
really.
not.
Yeah,
but I feel you'll still get wind coming in there.
Hey, Jimmy, did you notice in any kiss cams the mockery of Andy Byron? Whenever you're, did you see it? Every team. Go ahead.
They did one. I think they did it in Arizona, where like the mascot was kissing another mascot or something. Like everyone gets it now. Now every minor league team had their mascots do that on the kiss cam. So now it's
the Coldplay kiss cam. Coldplay kiss cam. I mean, and Rock, the lady that was the lady that was getting hugged on by Andy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She was married.
Oh, she wasn't divorced?
She was married to a wealthy rum runner. Yeah, dude. That guy's gonna get screwed over. Like I'm sorry. He owns like a rum
runner's still a job.
He's it's something like that. Like he runs a rum whatever
booze company.
Okay.
I was like, rum runner. I feel like was a different thing.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what they said, and maybe I misspoke
I feel like
again.
Rum runner was
a rum runner's a drink.
It was prohibition.
It's rum runner's a drink too.
One article where they were just kind of making fun of the fact that he sold liquor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's the one that's going to
God.
get screwed over more than anything, besides the children, of course, that are going to get mocked every single day for the next 10 years.
Well, he might have a rock solid prenup. You never know.
If he hopefully
he does.
But if he doesn't, then she's cheating on you. Then she's taking your money.
Bless up.
How's that go?
You don't get that.
Bless your heart.
If you don't get that prenup, get that postnup.
Bless your heart.
Apparently, this guy, the new husband of the woman in the video, apparently his family is uber wealthy.
Yeah.
So she cost herself some money too.
Well, play stupid games.
Stupid. Thank you.
Win stupid prizes.
Man, oh man, oh man. Oh God, we might have to check on Keith Kachuk again. Matthew had his wedding,
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, I was like, he's having a big weekend, or he's having a big summer.
You think? Having a couple big years straight.
Yes,
you're on cloud 9 for years
Good
now.
for him.
And Walt, I saw a video of Walt being picked up. You know how you do, you pick up guy usually in the chairs and a mazel tov. They literally picked him up. His shirt is like ripped off. Like he's like, and they're lifting him up. Like, I can't believe they could do that for one.
Well, I mean, it was.
Brady's helping out with no shirt on. Like,
I'm assuming it was like 5 or 6 different hockey players,
exactly,
or borderline NHL players.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Somebody check on him. Speaking of Eagles, by the way, their new ring came out. Looks
I gotta see this.
Unbelievable. Awesome. Little wings come out like yoink.
Seriously?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Look at how badass this looks.
I'm gonna be mad with how cool.
And then you go back like 20 years and you see the rings. You're like, ooh, what is that thing?
Yeah, but you know what? The old rings are more wearable. Like, wouldn't you rather have a ring that's really nice but also wearable?
Nope.
It isn't like this colossal piece of jewelry.
No. Hell no.
Oh,
I want mine to be as gaudy as possible.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Loud.
That's
and big.
Cool, that's the coolest Super Bowl ring I've ever seen.
Isn't that unbelievable?
I mean the diamonds all around the sides of the bands is way too aggressive, but the little wing popping out from that's the coolest Super Bowl ring feature I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's beautiful.
That's amazing. Much better than the Warriors, who for some reason decided in the NBA
What'd they do?
to give their players what definitely looked to me like a way to smuggle cocaine.
A little thing in
It
there.
was literally the top came off and there was like a little indentation.
Oh,
like,
that's
in
awesome.
The ring. And it's like there was just like a little container in the ring under like the
What?
main thing.
For what?
Exactly my
For
point,
Yayo.
Cameron.
That's for Yayo.
Exactly my
That's
point,
for Yayo.
Cameron. What else are you supposed to do with
That's
that?
for Yayo.
You got it. That's for poisoning people.
Damn.
If you're an
Poisoning
assassin.
people.
That's,
Yeah,
for, that's for partying in clubs in the 1980s.
Wow.
And there's
Good
nothing
for
else that
them.
that's for. Like either club in the 1980s or apothecary in the 800s. There's no middle ground between that ring.
Wow, man. That's crazy. Crazy. Let's see here. Does anyone take the WNBA seriously? Nobody actually watches. Everyone just loves the storylines and the controversy. It's a literal joke.
I mean, their ratings
I think
have
the ratings, I think people do watch and they're starting to watch
22-23.
more. I can't watch a game because I think it's still a terrible product, but I do like the drama. I like the drama of it.
Well, do you watch the NBA?
No, but I would. I'd go to an NBA game.
I'm saying
if St. Louis had an NBA team, which Jimmy's trying to work on that, I would be
Portland's
a
coming.
huge fan. I'd be down there sitting courtside with Rock, high-fiving everybody like Jack Nicholson. 100%.
But you just don't watch
No,
professional
you wouldn't.
basketball.
Yes, I would, Jimmy. No. Jimmy.
No, because you might be courtside and you'd be like, it's too hot, it's too cold, there's too many people.
Dude, Jimmy has
Holy
you got
crap.
a point there.
God, he read you that
Jimmy,
one.
you got but it's indoor. No one's standing. I'm chilling right by
you have to
court.
pay attention. The ball might hit you.
I know. I don't want to spill my drink.
Yeah.
And then somebody blows a
too
tire.
loud.
Yeah.
It's too loud. Too loud. People are too close to me. I'm a
Everyone's
princess.
going to be watching you.
Everybody's watching. It's like,
Which means you can't be doing too much.
It's right. With that ring from the Warriors. I would be courtside. High-fiving everybody, Grant.
That would be awesome.
God damn right I
It would be
would.
so much fun if we had an NBA
You're
team.
damn right I would,
I
baby.
cannot even
Party. I'd party with all those guys, man.
I would just
Hell
be.
yeah.
I would be the happiest person on the planet.
If we combine all our wealth,
I'll give you an update. We're getting really close to buying the Portland Trailblazers
There we go.
and moving them to St. Louis. All I need is the funds to purchase
Mhm.
the team, and then the funds to
There
build
it is.
an arena.
There it is.
And I have all the schematics laid out. So all I need is just a couple of people with some money, and I'll take care of it.
Also-
We're really close.
Also, maybe the
10-yard line.
like the phone number of like somebody inside the Trailblazers organization to get this thing going, or probably would be needed as well.
If this was a possibility ever, what team would it be? Right
expansion.
now, it would be an expansion.
Like realistically, you're saying
Like a
who's
realistic-
the most likely
There it
NBA
is.
team to get relocated?
Yeah.
Pelicans.
The Pelicans probably.
They haven't
Pelicans.
done Pelicans.
I-
How long have they
They
been
don't
there
draw.
Maybe the Grizzlies.
for? Why wouldn't the Pelicans work in New Orleans? Do they have bad state, bad rink, bad everything?
They've been bad.
There's a ton of
They've
people
just-
down
They've
there.
been
They've just been
mismanaged.
bad.
They've been mismanaged. They've been bad.
What about Charlotte?
Ooh.
I don't think so because the NBA did the NBA did everything to get back there. Now they got their old name back in the Hornets.
What it used to
now.
be.
The Bobcats.
They were the Bobcats.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they went back to being the
'Cause
Hornets.
New Orleans
Why
was
would
Hornets.
they? Okay.
Because New Orleans had taken the Hornets name.
Two Hornets. in the
Well,
league?
yeah.
Wow.
So what
It's
happened?
kind of like the Browns situation.
Yeah. So what happens is that the Charlotte Hornets are a team from 1988 to 2002. Then they get moved to New Orleans, become the New Orleans Hornets. 2 years later, the NBA realizing they should be in Charlotte, reconstitute the Charlotte Bobcats as an expansion team. And then in 2014, they gave the Hornets their name back. They become the Charlotte Hornets again, and the New Orleans Hornets became the New Orleans Pelicans.
Pelicans has got to be one of the worst names going in professional sports,
Yeah.
in my
It's bad,
opinion.
but I think the reason, so they've had a lot of issues. They've had ownership issues. They've been bad. But there's also just the fact that St. Louis was in consideration to take the New Orleans Hornets after Katrina, because it looked like for a little bit or not take the Hornets. Let me explain that. So Katrina hits. The Hornets need a place to play. St. Louis was in contention to hold some of the Hornets games here in St. Louis. They don't get involved. The Hornets play a lot of their games in Oklahoma City. The atmosphere is so good there that then Oklahoma City becomes the next target for an NBA relocation, and that's how the Seattle Supersonics moved down there. And that's kind of always why we've joked around and connected the New Orleans franchise with St. Louis, because for a minute there almost was.
Why did the Supersonics move?
That's not why we connect the Pelicans to St. Louis. Rock, know your NBA history.
Oh, my bad.
That team used to barnstorm around St. Louis for years. Okay, a lot of those players built local ties in the community, barnstorming in St. Louis.
How did I miss those games?
Also, Pelicans really call St. Louis home for a great majority of the year. You can't walk downtown St. Louis without seeing a Pelican.
Can you imagine how much worse that would make walking down St. Louis if getting closer to the river you actually like got hit by like seagulls and stuff? Oh, I would hate that. So
seagulls
much
are very
more.
annoying.
They're the worst. They will dive bomb your food.
They're very annoying.
They're rats of the sky.
Yeah,
the rats.
No, they are.
Do you know that on Twitter, when I had the logo of the St. Louis Pelicans and I was constantly tweeting how they're coming and that they're coming home, like real media in New Orleans got a hold of it and started attacking me.
Somebody I knew when I posted your joke like 2 weeks ago added the Portland Trailblazers as a reply. I was like, listen here, snitch. You don't need to be getting the actual teams involved here.
Bring it on.
Well, Jim, I think once Serving It Up, your podcast blows up, that's when we'll have enough money.
It's on its way. It's on its way.
Do you have any clips of that, by the way?
It's getting better. It's getting better. Your numbers are rising. We're like the WNBA, except we're not disgruntled.
Yeah, we all like each other.
You're mad at Lance Lynn for pitching with the bananas.
I was going to say, pay Matt Holiday 9% and see how disgruntled he gets.
Listen, Lance Lynn pitched to one batter. And I don't think he liked it, but I think he probably did it for his kids. And like Izzy, I saw him interviewed. Yeah. I saw a clip.
Yeah, it was funny.
Izzy didn't seem proud to be doing it, but did it for his kids.
Here's the line from Izzy. And I'm hoping to get him on with Randy later on this week.
Oh, we love him.
One pitch, one out. It was harmless. It was fun. It was good to do it one time, and that's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah. So I texted him and I said, "You made a beautiful banana," and he was like, "Thank you."
I mean, that place was jam-packed, dude.
Beautiful.
Wayno was the only one to give up a hit.
Oh, he gave a hit?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Come on, Wayno. He grooved one like Jeter in the
Did
All-Star
he bring his
game.
guitar to that game?
No.
God, they should have had him they should have had him go up to bat with a guitar.
People were saying that like bar owners downtown are like, "Oh my God, the influx of people. We haven't seen this since like the Stanley Cup run in 19."
Can you imagine though? Owning the Bananas, like you took over like a struggling minor league franchise and had an idea to make it like an entertaining thing as opposed to being competitive, and it blew up. They must be worth millions.
I know.
Of dollars.
When are they all going to negotiate their contracts? You know what I mean? Like they
won't.
You know,
the players won't. The players won't, because here's the thing: you're easily replaceable. There are minor league players all over the country, college players. They're not the same. Like if Bananas played the card, like I don't care what team it is, they could play a Division III baseball team if they're still Division III and get lit up. But that doesn't mean that what they're doing is not great. I mean, they're really good at what they do.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to do a backflip, I guess. Run on stilts, look good, because they're all like handsome, jacked.
The umpire doing the backflip call the out
That guy's awesome.
the best. Like,
when did they
I don't
start
know how you don't see that and just go, "This is the best thing I've ever seen."
But when did this? I started hearing about this. What, a couple years ago?
They started doing it. Was it in Carolina? I want to say
it was in Savannah.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go, Grant, baby.
Rooster from Birmingham says,
Honestly, South Carolina and Georgia's the same thing.
Yeah. Banana players supposedly have 4-year contracts.
Okay.
Is what the chat's saying.
What a cool gig that is.
Them.
You know?
By the way, I'm looking at the chat. Is your girlfriend Rachel Rock?
Yes.
She, I assume that's her, said, Matthew, we would live in France.
Yeah.
There it is, girl. What's up?
She got me on a technicality.
What's up?
I live on a French island, but never the mainland.
Oh, man.
They were part of...
You hate the French.
They were part of the Coastal Plain League in 26, back in like 2016, 2021.
Is that independent ball?
That is a wood bat collegiate summer baseball league. So they were part of that, and then they started doing banana ball during the shortened CPL season. The organization debuted a second squad for banana ball games at home in 2020. The Party Animals, wearing black or pink uniforms. Previously, the banana ball games were played as inter-squad scrimmages as CPL Bananas preseason games.
Would the Owls
creation of a new team gave the Bananas a true home or away opponent in its exhibition game days during most of the season. So it seems like they were a legitimate like college wood bat team. Even in 2021 and 2022, they were doing wood bat leagues. But I guess they started doing more of the banana ball, like fun, goofy stuff around like a lot of things in this world. I guess the pandemic is
they're like, let's just get crazy, baby.
Yeah.
Let's entertain.
And there was a couple. It was a couple that bought that team, and I recall reading at the time, mortgage everything because they wanted to be part of that baseball life. And then they had this idea as to make it more sustainable and create more revenue, and it took off. Good for them.
And that's the guy who hosts it, right? The Aaron Cole guy. He's the one who like hosts the whole presentation, and he went all in. It's really impressive.
So all these kids that are playing minor league ball, low ball, right? Like even like the Owls over in St. Charles. Is that what they're called?
That's like the
what is that?
That's
league?
Collegiate like summer ball.
So don't you think all those guys that are
like the Grizzlies, right?
No,
right,
the Owls are different than the Grizzlies. No, the Grizzlies were independent ball.
That's what I'm saying.
The Bananas were just for college kids in between seasons to stay sharp.
And let me correct something really quick here. They created banana ball for the inter-squad exhibition games. They created the very first rule set in 2018 just for inter-squad games. I guess to get people in to watch those, and it started gaining popularity. And then they played its first official game with banana ball rules on June 26, 2020. So it was a fun thing, I guess, to get people into the door during the exhibition season.
Yeah.
And then it became a way to get people in the door when COVID hit, and I guess even the regular season was getting canceled.
So all these kids, like from the Owls and Grizzlies and all, they're all like, "What are we doing here? I want to make that damn team. How do I get in? How do I get in that? How do you? You try out for them?"
Most people in independent ball still have a dream of making Major League Baseball. In my experience.
So they're not looking like, man, I don't know, I'm getting a little bit older. Like I got a lot of steps to go here. What about the Savannah Banana thing? Or I could probably make that. I could do a backflip. I look good. I'm jacked. I'm handsome. My hair looks good. Maybe I could jump in this thing and become popular and play in front of fans, in front of 50,000 screaming fans. A lot of women are watching. They're into it. That's always fun.
Are there like players that are more popular than others?
Yeah,
on the Bananas?
Who's the best player?
I know one guy is like pretty popular on social media. I don't know their names.
I've seen a video of him talking about the Stilts guy and how he wasn't really a very good baseball player. And when he was at his tryout, they were like, "This kid's not going to make it." And he just kind of went over to one of the coaches. And he was like, "I could try to pitch and hit with stilts on." And they were like, "You can run with stilts on?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been doing it since I was a kid. It's just like a little party thing I've known since I was a little kid." And they were like, "Okay, try it." And he became a huge fan sensation because he'll pitch in and hit with stilts on,
which is very difficult to do.
I'd say so. Yeah, a little bit.
Might I add?
I mean, I think I don't know the names, but I got to think like some of the fielders who who can like field a grounder while doing a flip got to be some of the fan favorites.
Well, I tell you what, if I'm grinding in the minors, I'm getting a little bit older. I'm calling my agent like, can I get a tryout somehow with this club?
Well, I think the one
100%.
guy that is popular was like in AAA, AA, one of minor league, and like he got popular at first for showing like day in the life of a minor leaguer, and then he blew up, then became banana ball, and now he's really
they do have one guy they call the greatest hitter on earth. Who like he'll randomly pinch hit and he'll like almost always just like rakes it either a double or a homer. I feel like he's probably got a big following.
I mean, these guys are traveling from city to city, and then they're getting like ex players out there hanging and throwing. Like it's they got a good thing going, man.
Yeah,
I mean the video of downtown. They're buying T-shirts. Everybody was wearing Savannah Bananas. How much money did they rake in? And I think
$40. $40 for a shirt, by the way. My kid got one.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy knows exactly. He didn't get enough on the Jersey Shore. He wants a Savannah Bananas T-shirt, which I want. I'd wear one of those, too. But, man, oh, man, were they racking in some money. Good for them. Where are they off to next?
I don't know. I saw that they sold out Clemson's stadium, the football stadium.
How many people there? Oh,
I don't know how much that holds. 80?
Wow.
80.
They sold out North Carolina's stadium, too.
They did 80 over 2 days here.
80 over 2 days here. Sound bitch. Dang. Okay, let's go
And
to
then,
go ahead.
Wait, and then what happens? What happens when you get cut by the bananas? Like, you're getting too old. You're 43. No one wants to. That's got to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
If you can still do a front flip, you can now be an umpire.
You got to keep your
there it
day
is.
job somewhere.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. How do they travel?
Oh, that's
I'm
a good
curious.
question. I mean, yeah,
You know?
I imagine when you do a barnstorming trip like they do now, that it's all collective, all paid
Get per
for, all
diem
one
and
thing.
stuff.
Probably,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
You know, food. I don't know. All that
Yes.
stuff I'm kind of curious about. So Tyler said he had a really good time.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Man, good for them. All right, let's go to break. One more break. We will be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website,
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begins.
Hats off to family fun on Sunday, July 27th, when the Birds host the Padres. That day, 20,000 fans, 16 and older, will get a City Connect throw pad courtesy of Quick Trip. And thanks to Haichu, 10,000 kids ages 15 and under will take home a Cardinals hat with custom charms. Upgrade your and your kiddos' game gear. Snag your tickets today at cardinals.com/promotion.
This is Alec Burleson, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
Summer in St. Louis means one thing: Cardinals baseball. It's more than a game. It's an STL tradition. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the boom of the fireworks. It's the soundtrack to summer for Cardinals Nation. So grab your cap and glove and take your spot in the stands, because in St. Louis, baseball is more than a melody. It's our favorite song.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A man died Saturday at the St. Louis City Justice Center after being placed in a restraint chair following a fight inside a cell with another detainee. 31-year-old Samuel Hayes Jr. was found unresponsive and taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. The medical examiner's office will determine Hayes' cause of death. 5 people, including 3 teens, were hurt in what police say was a rolling gun battle Thursday evening in the Tower Grove South neighborhood. Police said the group is uncooperative, but the investigation is continuing. Missouri farmers are keeping an eye on 2 diseases impacting corn and soybean crops. Red crown rot could cause big losses in the soybean industry. There's no cure for that. It's a fungus that moves through the soil. Corn stunt disease is carried by corn leafhoppers who inject bacteria into the corn. Both crops are important to Missouri's economy. Dangerously hot conditions continue today with the heat index up to 110. The extreme heat warning continues through Wednesday. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Showers and thunderstorms hanging around today. Mix of sunshine and clouds, hot and humid. We're in the low 90s, and today's heat index about 105. For the overnight hours, the rain will taper off, a few clouds, and then we get sunny, hot, and humid weather again on Tuesday, mid-90s on the high. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Fenton Bar and Grill, home of the best trash wings in the St. Louis area and the best servers in town. Fenton Bar and Grill is located on Rudder Road in Fenton, just minutes away from the soccer park. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., so anytime is a good time to enjoy Fenton Bar and Grill. While you're there, say hi to Chuck, the 2024 Mater D of the Year. And know you'll always be around people that love sports. It's a guaranteed great time at Fenton Bar and Grill. Learn more at FentonBarandGrill.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now, as you sports fans know,
It's really getting out of hand, man. It's blown way out of control.
With Cam Jansen
I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, moving by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen.
The most perfectly trained athlete ever.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
I'm an influential and respected man.
On the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Yeah, baby, 9:47 on a Monday. Hot Take Central 2.0. This is the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Calling 855-282-8255. Texting 314-590-3770. Or we're on YouTube at Lou Info. On YouTube, click it. I'm waving right now, baby. What's up? Cam Jansen, Matthew Rocchio, Grant Salzman, and Jim the Cat Hayes live from Colorado. And Pizza Wallet chimes in on the text line here. And he sent a picture in of a snake. And he goes, Cam, check out this snake my daughter found in my bathroom at midnight in my house.
Ugh.
I have no idea how it got in the house. And no, I did not call my neighbor to get it out. Pizza Wallet. Oh, right in the bathtub. God, that messes you up, okay? That poor little girl did not sleep the rest of the night. I'll tell you that right now.
Maybe not for a few nights.
I'm not going to sleep tonight after hearing that. What?
It's scary. They creep in your house, man. There's so many little areas where they can get in, dude. They can get in. I told you when he first moved in, where she was in the basement on a treadmill, and all of a sudden a 7-footer drops down. Whoa! And we look around his house, and where his AC unit wasn't caulked all the way around. That son of a bitch get right in there, went down in the basement on the little, like one of these things up here. I don't know what those are called in the ceiling part.
Drop ceilings?
Little drop ceiling that don't hold much of weight at all. And it just crashed down the first week they moved into the house. That's scary.
So
burn the house.
My girlfriend and I were laying out by the pool. This was probably 2 years ago. And I was laying on my back. She was laying on the stomach. And right in front of her eyes, this, I'd say 6-7 foot snake just slithers by.
Oh, baby. You know what you do?
I'm not really scared of snakes. I'm not scared of snakes, really. So I was fine if I picked it up or put it on something, but I didn't know what type of snake it was. So I got it on something, and then it slithered off, and there's a little, opening under the patio, and it just slithered under there. A few weeks later, though, it slithered out while I think my dad was cutting the lawn, and he handled business. I think it ended up just being, it was just a grass snake.
It was grass snake?
It was just
a 7-foot grass snake?
It was a garter snake. It was harmless.
See a snake.
It was at least 6 foot.
See a snake.
You kill it, dude. It's too close to your house. I don't care if it's a black snake. I know people bitch about
it. It was a harmless snake.
I don't give a damn.
Good thing.
You're too close to my house.
That's true.
You just get it away.
Yeah.
When we were camping, there was 3 different times in my life I was camping, and I found a copperhead. We found copperhead.
See those?
Yeah. Put you downtown Chinatown.
We found copperheads close to our campsite, and we killed those 3 copperheads. We got shovels, and we made sure we decapitated those copperheads.
It's gonna bite a kid.
Ain't no chance we're letting that thing get that close. No way, no
You're
how.
saved somebody's life.
I
probably.
see snake, I kill snake. I see spider, I kill spider. One time I was in an apartment, and I looked up under the heating unit, and there was a nest of black widows. I see
Burn
spider.
it down.
I see spider.
Burn
I kill
it.
spider.
Burn
Sorry,
everything.
I know I'm a bad person.
No.
There's a lot of spiders who don't need to die.
You're
but
saving lives.
I see spider.
They all
I kill
need to
spider.
die.
I see snake. I kill snake.
Ay. Yeah. You know what you do whenever you're in the water and the snake swims up by you?
Run.
No, because you're in the water.
Swim.
No, you go underwater. They can't bite you underwater.
Oh.
They can't bite you underwater?
Is that true?
I believe so.
Get the hell out of here.
Is that like,
no, we
is that
gotta
like the
Google
fake
that.
thing? If you see a shark, you punch it in the nose.
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard that was a myth.
No, it's not.
No, a shark lady was talking
Right
about
in your
it.
nose.
Myth.
Boom. You're supposed to just guide them away
Yes,
from you.
if you can
'Cause they
guide
don't
them
stop.
with the nose. Yeah.
They don't go backwards. So they always are flowing. So you just push it away.
Snakes can bite you underwater, but usually only if they've been directly provoked.
So just don't provoke.
Just don't provoke it.
That's how most animals are.
But you might not know you're provoking.
Exactly.
It's
True.
It's a snake.
Yeah, Cam, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and say you're wrong on this
Really?
one. They found there was a study in the Tropical Journal of Medicine and Hygiene. They found that over 80% of patients were fishermen who had been in the water when they were bitten.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it was
bites were
underwater.
since the bites were mostly on their lower limbs, researchers concluded they were bitten after stepping on a snake in the water.
That's god awful. That is
Yes,
god
apparently
awful.
You can't be bitten.
Man, I was
underwater.
hoping to be the other. God dang it. Oh man, and there's a bunch of poisonous snakes in Missouri.
Almost got
too.
bit by a brown recluse once when I was a kid. Nope,
Whoa.
Can't do
nope,
that.
Nope.
No, they'll get you.
See spider, kill spider.
So speaking of water, I'm leaving for Florida tomorrow. And a few years ago, my family and my girlfriend, we were down there and we're walking in the water. And my brother goes, "Oh, I just like stepped on something sharp. Like that was weird." And then
Ugh.
10 seconds later, my girlfriend also steps on something sharp. We don't think anything of it. All of a sudden, her foot blows up, was stung by a stingray.
Oh yeah. It's we're in the back of the calf.
Right in her foot.
So yeah, the tail came up and
Yeah.
stuck it.
She's still got a little scar.
That's why they say you have to go.
Yeah, you gotta shuffle your feet.
I don't play around in the ocean.
No.
But the one thing that the thing that's going to kill you in the ocean more than anything is a current.
Yeah.
It's a current.
Don't go too far.
Or don't go out there whenever you see those rip currents and you see it's a little rough out there, man. Just stay away. They'll suck you right out so fast. That's the scariest thing going, is a current in the ocean. You don't know when that thing's going to be that rip current and it sucks you right out, man. Before you know it, you're way out in the middle of the ocean and no one can see you or hear you. God, I saw these two like 14-year-old girls were paddling, trying to swim way out in the middle of the ocean, and this fisherman goes by and goes, "You girls okay?" And I'd go save them.
Wow.
They're exhausted and freezing cold. Freezing cold. They're out there for hours. They were just swimming. They kept getting sucked out, trying to scream at people on the shore. Can't hear anything. They got so lucky
Because the
man.
waves are so loud.
They
when
were
you're right
purple,
there.
freezing cold, and they got lucky, man. Scary as
crazy.
hell. Scary as hell, man.
We were talking about banana balls. There's a Noah Niznik was from St. Louis. He's from Imperial. Right from
Imperial?
where I'm from. Down in
He's in
Imperial.
good old boys.
he pitched at SEMO and he was pitching for the Bananas in Busch Stadium.
Bananas.
That's pretty cool.
Good for him.
Why'd they name them the Savannah Bananas? Because it rhymed?
I think a lot of those, like I have a lot of friends who do stuff for those college teams, those summer league teams. They have to have goofy names to try to get people to come watch. And then obviously
And
it turned into
it's not just summer league teams, minor league baseball. Like the whatever the surf poodles or something. You have to have a crazy name, crazy mascot, because you want it to be an event for the kids to come. So they have all kind of stuff going on during the game.
There's a team up
Good
in
for that guy though.
There's a team up in I think it's South Dakota. One of my friends worked at. It was a college ball team. They were the something Riverboaters.
Oh, okay.
Because they were right on the river.
Yeah, I like that. The Riverboaters. Let's see here. I have to go to more Gateway Grizzly games than Cardinals games since 2020. Way more entertaining product. Jimmy, you went there the other day too. It was pretty. You had a good time, didn't you? Grizzlies.
Take not the other day, but I take my kid every year. It's a lot of fun. You park right there. Everything's reasonably priced, and you watch a pretty good brand of baseball. I'm big on the Grizzlies. That's a fun night to go do.
Rooster chimes in and goes. He goes, I think it's going to be short-lived, though. Once you see the act once, it's probably enough. You think so?
No,
I don't think so.
Because you have kids who didn't get to see them. And
Yeah.
then there's always a new crop of kids that want to see them.
Like I saw the Globetrotters once, and I never saw them again. But that doesn't mean I'm grown up now.
I just feel like
other kids want to see
I feel
them.
like the Bananas are doing so much more.
Yeah.
Like there's so much entertainment going on. Literally, you got guys in the stands hanging out with kids doing this. You got guys doing backflips. You got a guy in stilts running around. You got Adam Wainwright out there. You're doing this. You're doing that. Like it's just nonstop entertainment. I don't know.
Did you ever see the Globetrotters?
No, I haven't. I've never been to a basketball game.
They're great too.
Really?
I've never been to a basketball game.
Even college?
No.
Like a SLU game?
I've been to like Eureka High School game.
That doesn't count.
Terrible product at the time. But no, never been to a basketball game ever.
Even when you're in New York?
I don't think so. No. That's a good question, but no. I don't think so.
The next play at Madison Square Garden, that's like the Mecca.
I would love to.
Let's go.
I know. I kind of want to see a basketball. Oh, we know old boy down in, was it Memphis, Jimmy? Who was the assistant coach there from St. Louis for the Memphis
Grizzlies? I don't know.
He's from St. Louis. He actually was listening to our show a couple years ago, and I was like, I've never been to a game. And he texted in to the show and said, hey, Cam, I'm from St. Louis, man. I'll hook you up with tickets. Come down. I'm like, okay.
I do that.
Remember that, Jimmy? Remember that?
Yeah.
Forgot who that was. Let's see. It's a modern day Globetrotters game with senior old timers mixed in, and they evolved with local charities. Okay. I believe that their banana contract can be voided if the player wants to try and go into the MLB minors. How about a symphony of drops to wrap up this program? You got any drops lined up?
Don't, but we also only have 20 seconds.
Oh, we only got 20 seconds. Wow, I went by quick. Jimmy, enjoy yourself. What's going to happen tonight, Jimmy? What's going to happen tonight? Go.
I believe the Cardinals get a big W, and McGreevy will shut down the rampaging Rockies.
Yeah, baby.
9-3 win.
9-3 win for Grant.
They hit Gomber well.
7-2 Cardinals.
Ooh.
I'm optimistic, baby. All right, Jimmy. We'll watch. We'll be watching tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Grant, good job. Matthew Rocchio, thank you. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
All aboard!
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a